Ready?
Yep.
All right. Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. My name's Q Steezy, and today's new wave is Jay Haynes.
What's going on, y'all?
It's great to have him here. He came to our um, open mic on Dolphin Island a couple weekends ago, and we had a blast. He performed Inseparable. Talk to us about that song.
So that song is a part of a project that I have out actually right now called Enter the Void, streaming on all platforms.
January 25th?
January 25th. Did it come out January 25th?
I think so.
January 25th, yeah. It dropped January 25th. I think, I'm not sure. It's out now, though. It's all streaming platforms. But anyway, the song Inseparable, I have a contact. He's a producer out of Atlanta. His name is Beat Champ.
Okay.
And every so often, I've done a lot of work with him, especially on the last project. So every so often, he'll send me like a beat pack and just have a whole bunch of beats. And he knows by now that like I like all different types of stuff. And so he sent that one, and I'm like, okay. So by this point, I already have Slow Wine that's on the project. So
Right.
that was produced by him. So when he sent that, I was like, oh man, like this is actually like I feel like this is gonna be a more special record. So it was real easy to write. Actually, I didn't even write it. I just went in and kind of just punched in on lines and stuff and finished the song up like that. But I don't know. Like I'm a rapper, but I really, really, really listen to more R&B than I do rap.
Hmm.
So
It definitely has a different vibe to it.
yeah, exactly. Especially 90s R&B. You know what I'm saying? So singing to your lady and telling her like, I want you and I need you and stuff like that. So like it was just my spin on it. You know what I'm saying? And it was a shot at coming out of the box that I feel like a lot of people may put me in.
Sure.
I'm a rapper, so like I'm a rapper's rapper, right?
Right.
I can rap and I got bars and I can rap fast, I can rap slow, all of that stuff. But I wanted to step outside of the box because I really enjoy R&B and dance hall and Afrobeat music.
Right.
And I just wanted to experiment and dabble in it. So that's how it came to be.
Well, I've got a couple questions. First, the shout out B Champ.
B Champ, yeah, I see you, boy.
How did you link up with him? And I just love that concept so much of meeting producers through the internet and collaborating with them. Do you have any other producers, and what's your strategy behind meeting them?
So I don't necessarily have a strategy. I'm a real good people person.
Sure.
Like, I'm very personable, so I'm able to make connections really fast. And honestly, I've never met him in person. I met him through social media. I think one day I just saw like a snippet or somebody shared a snippet of a beat that he made. Went to his page, listened to a lot of beats, and I was like, yo, you the truth. Like, if you have anything that you can send my way, send it. And at first, he would just send me like these things called, he calls like throwaways, where it was just like, pay me $20, you can have it. Like, whatever. And, he had different beats for different prices and stuff. So send me a couple of throwaways. I did a couple of freestyles and maybe a couple of songs to a couple of them. I liked it. And so the more he sent, the more money I started spending with him and the more our relationship began to grow because like he is undoubtedly, to me, one of the better producers that I've heard.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Especially around the Southeast. And I feel like he deserves that credit. So, B-Champ, this snippet is for you. I'm going to send this to you so you got love out here in Alabama.
Yeah, that's a great promo, man. It's awesome how full circle that is.
Yeah.
Secondly, the box that you spoke about of getting out, showing people that you're not just one trick pony.
Yeah.
I've thought about that recently, that maybe that's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to be confused. They want something simple, and but then again, showing that that you're versatile can maybe excite an audience. Speak on that.
So for me personally, I just say, man, do whatever you want to do. Like there's not necessarily an instruction manual on music or how to make it or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's really boundless, and the limitations are not even there. Like, of course, you got to have your core fan base and all of that stuff, but do you. Like, I operate off of this system, right? I'm gonna make the music that I like to make. You
Right.
know why? Because I love making music.
Mm-hmm.
It just so happens that when I put it out, people are gonna some people may gravitate towards it, some people may not gravitate towards it. But at the end of the day, I make music for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not really like any huge big money involved. There's some money involved now, which is pretty cool. Starting to see some checks and stuff coming in, but
That's right.
at the end of the day, like, it's not really big digits right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm powered by my own self. I am my own entity. Me and my homeboy, shout out D Moon, the other half of Hidden Sound Music Group, and if and I always go by this. Like, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget what anybody else says. Where everybody has their opinions and stuff. If the music is in your heart, then you just let it ride and put it out there. And some people may like it, some people may not. But at the end of the day, as long as you are content and you're satisfied with it,
right? Because
you got to live with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, that's phenomenal stuff. When you say making money, where's your main income coming from? Because I recently started a BMI because I heard that BMI can really
like registering stuff like sync licensing is something that I just recently gotten into, where like you register your music, you have the company, they'll go out and find opportunities for your music to be put on video games, to be put on TV shows, to put on movies. And it's like a lot of this stuff is really easily accessible. Like, it's not like but it's just like the knowledge, like just spending the time to look at it. You know what I'm saying? And then right now for me, a lot of my money is coming from my merchandising. Like, I'm really good at hand-to-hand, face-to-face interactions, right?
Sure.
So I have to use that to my advantage. Social media has definitely, as prevalent as it is definitely like almost a must. I was just having this conversation earlier, right before I came here, but it's a must for you to have that, right? I'm working on it. That's not my strongest suit, but where I'm really strong at is looking you in your face and talking to you, getting to know you, letting you get to know me, and hearing what I got to say about my music and stuff like that. So, wristbands. As a matter of fact, I have a couple of wristbands for you outside.
Oh,
I believe in bringing. So, artists, take note. I believe in bringing gifts. So every podcast that I ever do, I always bring like some type of merchandise for you. So I got a couple of some of these rubber bands. I got a purple one for you. I got a white one for you. I got a red one for you. I want to say I got a blue one for you too. But yeah, I got that for you.
Well, we'll have you on more podcasts.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You got to do things like that, because at the end, like, to get, not to stray too far away from the question, but like, when you don't have to have me on this podcast,
right?
Like, I don't have to be here. And being here and having this conversation with you, you have your own platform. You could have went any other direction that you wanted to, but you decided to hit me up and have me here. I am very, very grateful for that, because you didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the least I can do for you getting me on your platform. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out Jay Haynes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But low key, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot where I was going before I got into that. But
I think you were talking about your personability and social media.
Yeah, so personability. I'm not really strong on social media. I'm getting there. I know how to rap, and I just post myself rapping on there. And I know people like that. But I'm really good at face-to-face. So, like, if I can get in front of somebody and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? My name is Jay. They get to know me. Because a lot of selling and streaming and stuff like that also is popularity. As much as you don't, you know what I'm saying? As much as we don't want it to be that anymore, you know what I'm saying? Or we don't want it to be, we want it to be like, back in the day when you actually had to have talent.
Right.
It's more so a popularity contest. So, yeah, you're going to have people get to know you and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, how you choose to let people get to know you, that's on you. Like, me personally, I'm at these shows. I'm probably going to go to a show tomorrow just to show up. I'm not performing. I'm just going to go show love to the artist, show up. People are going to be like, oh, yeah, you that guy? Yeah. Hand out some flyers with my QR code on it.
Right.
If they want to purchase some wristbands, I usually sell my wristbands. I got writing pens that people love. I got toothbrushes that I've sold. I've got.
You'd be like DistroKid with the nail clippers.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm dead serious. Like, and when it comes to that, it's like, okay, what do people use every day?
Right.
And also, what do I like to use every day? One thing about me, you're always gonna catch me with like some type of wristband or something on my wrist. So I got wristbands, all different colors, types of wristbands. Another thing that people are gonna use every single day is a writing utensil and a toothbrush. Hopefully a toothbrush. Jesus. But yeah, Jay Haynes music toothbrushes. People are gonna use pens. Jay Haynes music pens. T-shirts, Hidden Sound Music Group T-shirts.
Right.
Selling those. I'm able to do all of this because I don't necessarily have a team, but two, I feel like sometimes that helps me because I can just do what I want.
Where does Hidden Sound come from?
All right, so Hidden Sound, it was inspired. I'm really heavily into anime, if you cannot tell.
I was going to broach that subject as well.
You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Naruto, that's my favorite anime. So in Naruto, it was the first antagonist group that showed up on there was the Hidden Sound Village, right? But they played such a small role. Like, it was Orochimaru. So, boom, the first big bad, his name was Orochimaru. He was a member of the Hidden Leaf Village, which is the main village that Naruto and everybody at. But then he went off and started his own village called the Village Hidden in the Sound instead of the Village Hidden in the Leaves. So the Hidden Sound Village, they came. They had some ninjas that were coming for a ninja competition. Let's just say it's called the Chunin exams. And they came. They kind of wrecked shop. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like had heavy doing in the storyline, and then all of a sudden. They just kind of vanished after that first like little bout between Orochimaru and the Hokage of the village. And it's like, bro, do you know how hard a ninja that could manipulate sound would be?
Right.
So it's just like, boom, like it was never expounded upon, and it's not really that much information about it. So boom, like I rap, and also with the words Hidden Sound as a play on words, like I don't necessarily like to stay in one lane. Like I like to experiment with a lot of different things.
It's a cool concept, man.
So it's like the hidden sound. Like it's the sound hidden within the frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I have a lot of double entendres and things when I start rapping and stuff. I have a lot of different harmonies, a lot of different ad libs that you just really got to listen to sometimes.
Right.
And so it's the message behind the message, or the message that I put in the medicine in the candy. If you will. So, yeah, Hidden Sound. So it was inspired firstly by anime Naruto. Shout out Naruto and all the Naruto viewers. And secondly, it's like just signifying that there is so much to this music thing, and I love it. All the intricacies of it.
Do you think you found your sound yet?
I definitely do think I've found my sound.
It's a good moment.
It is, but you know what I'm saying? I try to be like osmosis and try to be able to maneuver in any situation or be like water.
Yep.
Shout out Ken Z.
Ken Z made a guest appearance on the side.
Yeah, he just shot the bird at me. It's not nice.
Preparing for the rap battle. Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe right now.
Speak more on Enter the Void.
All right, so Enter the Void.
It's got that Avatar theme. It looked like.
Yeah, it's an Avatar thing. So another anime. Ken, you good? You good?
Should I come in?
You
Sure,
come in and
if you
sit.
want to,
If you want to come in and sit, we can talk. Ain't like you ain't never been a part of the conversation before.
Hey,
Not in front of the camera.
of course.
All right, cool. But Enter the Void. So the project is inspired by season 3 of The Legend of Korra, and The Legend of Korra is the Avatar story that takes place after Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
And in season 3, the main antagonist was called Zaire, and he was an evil airbender. Well, he wasn't necessarily an evil airbender, but he wasn't a good airbender. He was an anarchist.
Okay.
Right. So in this season, it was a lot that happened. First of all, it's the first time we ever seen anybody die in the Avatar universe. It's the first time, and he did it. And he did it with airbending. And that is hard. If you can think about how hard it would be to fight somebody who can manipulate the air that you breathe. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, he answered a lot of questions that a lot of fans had. But anyway, there's this. He's an airbender, and the airbenders in this universe are like monk-like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they had this guy, this old ancient airbender named Guru Lahima, and in his teachings, he wrote that he let go of his earthly tether, and for the last 40 years of his life, he spent it untethered from the earth, so he was able to actually fly, not even airbend himself, just actually fly and float. And Zaire called that entering the void.
Right.
Right. So I always thought that was cool. So boom. Also with entering the void, like it goes back into the box I was talking about. Like when I first, and I know Ken can kind of attest to this, when I first came out, I was like, oh, I'm a rapper, right? He's a spitter. And then it went to, okay, he's the double time anime guy, right? And I was like, okay, Jay is hard with the double time and the rapping and all that stuff, but does he have a song that I can play in the club right now? Does he have a song that if I needed to have a party to turn everybody up, does he have one of those records? Does he have a record that I can play for my girl?
Right.
Does he have a record that I can play in church? Does he have a twerk record that I can play in the strip club? It was a lot of those things. Like, yeah, Jay hard, but he ain't got those kind of records. Right. And so I'm like, okay,
it's evolution.
So that's a void, right?
He was so good at the things that he was known for that we didn't know he could do anything else, and we expected those things. We expected that box out.
Yeah, they expected it. So with the voids that I had, or the voids that people would say that I had in my repertoire or in my arsenal, I had to enter all of those voids and fill them up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so that's why when you hear Into the Void, you hear I ease into it, right? Everybody likes me double time rapping and rapping fast, so I ease into it with the intro. I'm Michael Myers, get a need big wet avatar. Then I eased into the struggle song, which is Problems, and everybody got those. So I feel like that's a struggle song that everybody can relate to.
Sure.
And then after I got like everybody, okay, all right, Jay's rapping fast. Then I started to tailor off into like those other sounds, and I made it flow. So it wasn't necessarily a drastic change. It kind of just gradually changed over time to where, like, you know, it could be looked at as a party project. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got songs like Games We Play, which is for the freaks. For the freaks.
Fair enough.
You got you got a song like Jiggle It, which is a twerk record that everybody can dance to. You got a song like All Right, which is a gospel song. So shout out my boy EAO. He played the piano for me, and we put a video out, put some content together. That boy cold. And then what other song is on there? But you got all of these, you know what I'm saying, different vibes and stuff, and that's not what people are used to hearing from me. But
not on there?
Huh? Slow Wine. Yeah, Slow Wine. Slow Wine is the it's Slow Wine and Inseparable. Yeah. Right. Okay, so those are the other tracks.
And now those two songs are singles that are previously released singles.
Slow Wine was. Inseparable. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And the cover art,
he did his research.
The cover art is a logo, it seems.
Yes.
For both of those that you have in the top left of your album. I've never seen somebody put a logo as their cover art. I mean, it's just a single, but still. Yeah. What went into that?
Nothing too much. I just needed some cover art for it, and I felt so confident in those tracks that I really wanted to release it to the world. So I have those I have different colors of my logo, so I can just put them out. Like, so I think Slow Wine was white. No, white and purple and black, and I think Inseparable is purple.
Maybe purple on white.
Yeah. So I just have those for like quick fixes. Like, okay, let me get this out. But yeah, the album art though is me entering the void, going into my avatar state.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Unstoppable mode.
Yeah. Avatar at the avatar state. That's what it is. And so like all my projects are always gonna be named after. Like I already got the name for my next project. It's gonna be called Sage Mode.
Shout out Sage Street.
Sage Mode. It's going to be Sage Mode. It's either going to be Sage Mode or Gear 5.
I was going to say Gear.
I was about to say Gear 5. It might be Gear 5 from Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. And so, yeah, I love anime. We can sit here and talk about anime all day. But, yeah, that's what went into that art. And in the art, I have a speaker, a Naruto head, so I have a kunai in my name, and then I have the speakers. In the speakers, the speaker part is the Rinnegan in from the show Naruto. It's crazy, man. All my anime people, you can appreciate that if you want to go look at the logo.
Yeah, I've a bunch of friends that are big on anime. I unfortunately have never really grasped it as well as they have, but they'll definitely
Oh yeah,
catch this, and
it's not for everybody, but hey, I love it.
yeah,
I love it.
they'll definitely like this one. How do you balance coaching and music?
Oh man, so that's a balancing act. I don't know, man. You just got to do it. So I have a day job like everybody else. I actually have a career job. like, so I get up. So my daily schedule is like get up, got to be to work by 5 a.m. and then go through work, and then after I get off of work, I go to track practice, and then if I don't gotta take anybody home or wait for anybody's mom to come get them or anything like that, then when I get home, whatever time I got left,
Right.
gotta go to the music.
Right.
So I don't know, man. Like honestly, when it's something that you love to do, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't necessarily really feel like work.
Right. And now, I mean, you're very limited on time with the music. When do you spend? How much time do you spend promoting, and how much time do you spend recording? You know, if you know that you might only have an hour on each weekday and maybe two, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so it varies, bro. Like sometimes so I work on music every day, every single day.
But some different aspect.
Some type of different aspect, whether it's writing or recording vocals or making beats or something. I have to, because as a creative, in me, and shout out Zeta Bull, man. Zeta Bull put me onto these things called angel numbers or something like that.
We'll get him on here.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, Jay, you're a 3 or whatever." And I was like, "What's a 3?" And so I went and looked. He sent me the thing, and it's like, and it spoke to me. I'm like, you know what? This is me, because it said like, usually 3 people are creative, and they get like real irritable, or they don't feel like themselves when they're not creating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like for me, I have to. Like that's like some people got to smoke every day. Some people got to drink every day. I have to be creative every day. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be happy. Some of the most unhappiest times of my life were because I wasn't creating, or I wasn't doing something.
So it sounds like you need creative rehab.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
You don't.
like no.
You need to keep doing it.
I just need to keep doing it. Like I have to keep creating, and because I love it, and I feel like God put that in me. So like I heard somebody say, somebody gave me an advice like, look, whenever you die, and I hope that is later than sooner, but whenever I die, it was an older guy who was like, man, I want to be able to stand in front of God and be like, I used everything that you gave me.
Goggins said that too. David Goggins.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, David so I want to be able to say I used everything that you gave me, whether it's my knowledge for track and field, basketball, football, whether it's my music or me
Nothing left on the table.
Nothing left on the table, man. So like my granddaddy used to say, I'll rest when I'm dead. I'll rest when I'm dead.
Honeycomb Brazy said that too.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
And then also, speaking of coaching, yeah, you had a track and field background.
Yeah.
Were you doing music at the same time as the track and field?
I was a little bit, but so my dream was always to make it to the NFL, right? Like coming like any other urban youth, right? They want to make it to a professional football league, basketball league, some type of league. So my focus was on that, and I dibbled and dabbled in rapping and stuff growing up. Definitely being around my brother. Shout out Jay Red and Red's View. Go check out his podcast on YouTube. Being around him and him being a heavy influence on me and him rapping and stuff like that. Like growing up, I always did stuff with music. I learned, like my grandmother taught me how to play piano when I was 6. from there, she made sure I learned how to play like saxophone and stuff like that. So I've always been musically inclined. I never really started taking rap seriously until after I got injured and I couldn't play football anymore.
Got it.
So I tore my Achilles,
Oh,
and I had the opportunity to possibly make a pro roster at the time, but it just didn't work out for me. And it is what it is. So, but in that time, it was a really dark time because
I bet
honestly,
it was, man. Injuries are the worst, man.
yeah, because at the time, my whole identity for my whole life was being this player,
Right.
whether it's a football player, track athlete, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And out of my friend group, I was really good in football, and a lot of them were looking at me like, "Oh, we ain't worried about Jay. We already know what Jay gonna be. Jay gonna be in the NFL doing like, you know what I'm saying, sacking the quarterback or doing something." And so when it didn't happen, like, you know, it put me in a dark space because that's what I worked for my whole life, and it was, I wouldn't say it was taken away from me, but it just didn't work out how I wanted it to.
Yeah, man.
And so during that time, all I had time to do was just lay around, right? Because I tore my Achilles. Like, you're not doing too much walking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially in the early stages. So, you know, I just went back to the music, and this was my outlet, you know, as athletes. And I feel like it's very, very hard whenever your career is over, whether that's in high school, college.
I just played my last basketball game, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you never really know when that shit's gonna be gone. I'm sorry, I don't know if I was supposed to cuss, but
No, it's okay.
you never know when that's gonna be gone. So when it is gone, you don't know how to release any of your emotion. Because for the majority of your life, the way you showed your emotion or release from emotion, like if I get mad or my girl dumped me or something, I can just go hit bro over there at football practice and release some stress like that. Or I can go put up 100 and 500 shots
Right.
and get off stress like that. I can go throw the shot put, the discus or the javelin, or go sprint and get it off like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the basketball season ended yesterday, and I put up shots today just because, you know, it's just dawning on me now that it's over.
It's over.
It's
like
crazy.
it's over.
It's a crazy feeling, man.
So now, what most athletes have a struggle with is replacing that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, I know when I got into the corporate world in my job, I was just advising somebody about this earlier. I found it hard to transition into corporate because for the longest, whenever somebody got on my nerves or whenever somebody did something derogatory towards me, I could be physical and I could physically do something about the outcome. You talking crap about me, line up in this Oklahoma drill. You know what I'm saying? Let's strap up. Oh, you talking? All right, let's go to the basketball court then.
Right.
But you can't do that in the corporate world. None of that strength stuff, none of that stuff that I learned in school as far as like being a violent football player on defense and stuff, none of that held any type of sway in the situation that I found myself in. And so you have to find some way to release all of that. And my way that I chose was the music.
February 26th, rap battle.
Yeah, February 26th, rap battle. Rap battle.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, March
26th. March 26th.
Gotcha.
My bad.
No, that's awesome though. But I guess more to the point that I was getting at is sports is it's definitely involves creativity, but it's this very masculine thing, and
Yes.
music is a vulnerable thing.
Yes.
So how do you balance, or how did you kind of balance that? You know, even if you weren't doing it at the same time, just like adjusting your.
Just I don't know. Like, I've always been an expresser of my feelings, right? So being vulnerable in music is something that I just recently learned how to do.
Right.
A lot of my music was more so like, let me blow your mind with the craziest metaphors and similes and concepts and wordplay and double entendres that I possibly can.
Right.
And now I'm learning, okay, like, you know, let them know who you are, make yourself known and your emotions known through the music. And that has helped me out a lot. Like, I have written a lot of emotional stuff,
Right.
but I've never really put it out because I didn't want to be vulnerable. But honestly, when you make those vulnerable songs and you're writing exactly how you feel at that point, those be the easiest songs to write.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that actually. Yeah.
Those are the easiest songs to write. So yeah, man, like just being vulnerable. I advise all artists to try to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like let the people know how you're feeling. Like this is your craft, so speak through your craft. Is that
Yeah,
answer?
no, absolutely.
Okay,
That was great.
cool,
That was
cool,
great.
cool, cool. I did good.
Yeah. I think we both did good, and I think this was a great talk. Unless you've got anything else,
Uh,
enter the void
Into the Void streaming on all platforms.
and go copy some merch.
Go copy you some merch. Hit me up. You can follow me on Instagram at Wagwan J or at Hidden Sound Music Group.
I wanted to ask about Wagwan.
Wagwan. So I have West Indian in my family.
Okay.
And so West Indians for West Indies for y'all that don't know, that's like Jamaica, the islands and stuff. So Wagwan is patois for what's up.
Okay.
So my Instagram handle actually says "What's up, Jay."
Okay. I was about to say, there's no way that your Instagram handle being "What's Up" in Indian is the only one in the world.
But yeah, so you know, bumba clot them, like all of that, like patois. That's what "What's up" means in patois. So it's like "What's up, Jay." So they're just paying homage
What's
to
up, Jay?
It's Ross Clock, boy.
Yeah.
It's a podcast, boy.
Big Monting. Big Monting. But yeah, find me on social media. You can find me as Jay Haynes on Facebook or Jordan Haynes on Facebook, either one. You can find me on Instagram at Wagwan J. That's at WAHGWAN ANJ. You can find me on TikTok, Hidden Sound Lyricist. Streaming on all platforms. Into the Void. Also streaming on all platforms. My project Ultra Instinct. That was inspired by Dragon Ball Z as like the latest form of Goku. It's okay, bro. We gonna get you hip. We gonna get you hip.
I'm gonna try to get on board with.
I'm speaking Chinese right now. Japanese, literally. But
Fair enough.
But yeah, man. The last thing I want to say, man. If you're an artist and you're watching this, especially from Mobile, man, show love. Show love to each other. Like us as a music scene in Mobile, bro. Like we have to show each other love. Like I was saying earlier in this interview, I'm going to a show. I'm probably gonna go to a show tomorrow. Show love to artists. Just because you're not there to perform does not mean that you don't need to be there. And it might be that next producer that you need to hook up with. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking earlier.
You never know.
Artists that you want to do a song with. I know a lot of my connections came from me just showing up to shows, and you never know what opportunity is going to be there for you unless you get down there. So,
before we did this podcast, there was something that you mentioned about the Mobile scene maybe faltering as of recent.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's so much derogatory stuff and negativity going on in this Mobile music scene, bro. Like the stuff I see on Facebook and Instagram and all the social media is just crazy. Like we should all be embracing each other instead of like trying to tear each other down, bro. Like, like that's how we're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people in our city feel like if they give somebody credit, that's going to dim their light in some way, shape, or form. That's not the case. Cause me personally, I'm out rapping all y'all ass. Like on some real, like on the real. I feel like I'm out rapping everybody. So I feel confident enough to go to a Ken Z concert and be like, bro, hey, yeah, you don't want love, you want a boomerang. That's why I can go to a Ali show like Midnight Marauders, and be vibing out. I can go to a DTM the Bad Guy. What's that song he got that I like? Oh, I got so many enemies. Oh, shout out to all my enemies. Oh, I can go there because
I see what you mean. Yeah.
I have confidence in myself.
That self-esteem allows you to appreciate others.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, show some love. Go share somebody's stuff. Go give them a stream. Go give them a follow, man. Hit them up. Try to do a track with them. You know what I'm saying? But it will work better for us because we are so talented down here. So many people that are so many talented people down here. And if we all just came together, bro, we would be better off. And my last point that I want to leave off with, and I feel strongly about this, because especially after the Super Bowl, everybody saw the performance. Stop rapping over vocals. Stop performing over these vocals, bro. Because some of y'all are so talented. Like some of y'all singers can really sing here. Some of these rappers, some of us rappers, we can really rap here. Nah, I ain't finna do that, brother, because it's all about positivity. Some of us can really rap. But some of us don't take. A lot of us don't take it as seriously to put the time into our craft to make sure that when we perform, we don't have to have the assistance. Because honestly, if you get on the stage, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support you. I'm never gonna diss you in public. But honestly, if I wanted to listen to your tracking, I would have asked you to send me your Spotify link. Like that's how I think. Like if you're gonna rap over vocals or sing over vocals, cool. Get up on stage, have a big QR code, and tell everybody to scan that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for cussing, bro. I'm trying not to cuss because I got the cross, Lord Jesus Christ, in front of me. But if that's the case, then do that. But Kendrick Lamar did that whole thing, that whole halftime show, 13 minutes of whether you like it or not. Because I loved it. Some people didn't like it.
Yeah, you have to respect it.
You have to respect it, bro. Because bro did not have a backtrack he rapped them vocals word for word.
I remember watching it with some friends, and they were like, "Is the song playing, or is he just freestyling?"
No, he's rapping.
Right.
That is the song.
Right.
And I take pride in that. At my shows, if you ever come to my shows, bro, you are going to. I pride myself in sounding like my track. If I can do it in the studio, I should be able to do it live.
Right.
And it's okay to have ad libs and supporting vocals. But
you got me motivated, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like my thing is, and I didn't know. I just felt it in my spirit to say it because I was about to post it on my story the other night, but it got too late and I had to go to sleep. But bro, like you are talented, and my thing is, you wrote the song, right? Now, if you didn't write the song, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother thing. But if you wrote the song and you took the time to punch in and punch out and record that, you spent 2 hours working on this track, you should be able to remember the lyrics.
Right.
And be able to deliver that with emphasis on the stage. And a lot of people don't want to take the time to get in shape to have the breath control to be able to do that. Because you don't necessarily want to be standing in one spot. Of course, you want to be rapping and moving around and stuff like that. But yeah, man, like stop rapping over these vocals because a lot of y'all are so talented. Like y'all are really talented, bro. Like y'all don't need no backtrack, bro. Like y'all don't need that. Stop it. Stop it. For real. And that's just my thing. That's just my thing. Like if y'all want to continue to do it, cool. I'm going to show up to your show. I'm going to root for you. I'm going to learn your songs. I'm going to go stream your stuff. But this is just how I feel. And this is how I think.
No, yeah, I completely agree. And like I said, you got me motivated because we have concerts on campus and, we're college students that just are honestly too nervous to do that. But I'm ready to try it now.
Bruh, go out there and wreck it.
Yeah.
What's somebody going to say? I didn't like it. It's gonna be somebody that ain't gonna like anything that you ain't never gonna make everybody happy.
Yeah.
You're never gonna make everybody happy. When I made that twerking song, I probably upset a lot of people that listen to me for my spitting. Like, What is this, Jay? I ain't trying to tune into this. When I make my spitting tracks, like Problems, all those people like, yeah, but I can't twerk to this though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never gonna make everybody happy.
Yeah.
So make yourself happy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then just go out. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You're going to be better off and you're going to feel better about yourself.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
It's going to make you a better artist. I'm telling you. If you can do that thing live, like that, much respect. Much respect. Like, you don't need all of that stuff, bro. I'm telling you, you don't need all that stuff.
There it is. Thank you so much, Jay.
Yeah, no problem, brother.
You
I
killed
appreciate it.
A great insight.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to Gulf Coast Music. And yeah, have a good one. Bummer Club.
Rise, Clyde.